try this game. But all characters are at least 18. Great. Great. I love when my game starts with telling me that the characters are 18 or older. Alright. Start. Wait, first options. Sure, yeah, let's go full screen. No. Windowed is good. Transparency, I don't know what that means, so I'll leave that alone. I'll leave that alone for now. No. Retain auto mode. No, I want to know when I had a choice. Effects are good. Voices continue. Certainly music should be less than voices. I think voices should be the loudest. Alright. Okay. Start. Let's try this. Sunflowers. Oh, we have our pockets full. What's in its pockets? Phantasms of our brains? I know nothing about this game. My friend recommended it to me and then told me she didn't even play it, so I don't know why she's recommending it to me, but whatever. Come, take it, and change. Okay. Feigned love word into true. Select Oshinoko. I breathe my sighs and moans haphazard wise. Call all these wandering lovebirds home to nest. I don't actually know what the key bindings are for this either. Come, take it. You'll see that I was in these lettered lines. I think this is like a poem. Eloquent all the more, the less sincere. Take it and make an end. Boop. Boop. Yeah, I don't know what that said. Higurashi, a Friday afternoon. Okay. Higurashi. They're the final hours of the week, and because of that, the busiest. I was on a rooftop that overlooked a station crowded with people. Seeing all those people caught within the city's turmoil made the location seem so serene. Anyone loafing around in such a spot at this time of day was either cutting classes, a NEET, or me. I feel like this is about a teenager immediately.
やっぱりいい女にはタバコと屋上とそしてひらひら服だわね。
This brand of cigarettes isn't very popular, but I prefer the kind no one else smokes. She's gotta be a teenager. A Friday sky. The sky didn't care that it was the weekend. It hadn't changed one bit. She's pretty though. Though I suppose that's to be expected. It would be a problem if the sky changed every week. A crisis suddenly hitting us after every weekend? Ha! What kind of anime or manga would that be from? A very ordinary weekend, underneath the sky. It was, in a way, inevitable that we'd meet. It was, in a way, inevitable that we'd pass each other by. He and I met here, and we passed each other by. Even at the very beginning, and even in the future, he and I would never walk the same path. It was inevitable that we wouldn't. Underneath a Friday sky. The weekend wouldn't be the end of the world. It would be a very ordinary weekend. He was there. Whoa, those are massive eyes! When I turned around, I saw an unfamiliar face. upon closer inspection, it was a face I recognized. We were both in the same class at school. He sat 3 seats diagonally ahead of me. His name was
間宮拓司。
Mamiya Takuchi.
なんでこんなところに水上さんがいるの？
なんで君にそんなこと言われなきゃいかんのよ。
いや、そういう意味じゃなくて。
私がどこにいようが関係ない。
そうだけど、でも。
うん。でも意外だ。
何？
私のイメージだと、君は異性に声なんてかけられないような人間だと思ってた。
それは。
ごめん、前言撤回。私のイメージだと、人間に声なんてかけられないような人だと思ってた。性別なんて関係なく。
そんなこと
そんなこと
ないとは言わないけど。
それにしても、君はよく私に声をかけられた。
だって
だってだんまりですか。あ、そうだ間宮君。
はい。
ネバーノーズベストとか吸う？
いや、タバコは。
そう、タバコは吸わないんだ。でもわかるわかるぜ。君が私に声をかけたの。
Her voice sounds familiar. Wonderful. Every day down the rabbit hole. You. Me? Can we get the credits? Yeah. Mina Kamiyuki. Voice. Kawashima Reno. I don't know who that is.
私
Whatever.
ってさ、
Why do so many people sound
いつから
similar?
ここにいたんだろう。いつから私だったんだろ
How long have I been me?
う。なんてね。
はあ。水上さんはいつからここにいたの？
なら間宮君はいつからそこにいたの？
僕はずっと前からいたよ。
そう、私も結構前からいたけど気がつかなかった。
僕存在感ないから。
それはあるね。影薄すぎだわ。
ここから何を見てたの？
別に空見てた。
そうなんだ。
神様がね。あ、ごめん、なんでもないや。
神？
まあいいじゃん。
Why did I suddenly utter the word God? It's not like a God exists in this world. I wonder why. I do too. And I looked up at the blue sky. That word just came out. God, huh? That's something unrelated to me, of course. Of course.
あ、なんだよ。いないんだ。本当に存在感がない人なんだな。
Hi, Kit Kat. Where? Before I knew it, Mamiya Takuji had already vanished. Which left me all alone, looking out from under the sky. Looking at this world. Hi, Kit Kat. Down the rabbit hole. Good boy. Cha, 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 cha. July 12th. That's my brother's birthday. Happy birthday.
あ、
Ugh.
若月姉妹の小さい方。小さい方って何？身長？私そんな小さくないよ。まったく。
Wakatsuki Tsukasa, my neighbor and childhood friend. We're close in age and her house is next to mine. You call your childhood friend the little... Whatever.
奇遇だね。杉の宮で会うなんて。あ、そうか。バイトか何かだっけ。そうだね。そんな設定も何言ってるの。ユキ、バイトに設定も何もないでしょうが。あなたは。んで、その言い方だとユキはバイトまでサボりなわけ。
If this is Tsukasa, then this has to be a K name.
誰かな。誰かなじゃないでしょ。なんで私覚えてないのよ。私のこと覚えてて当然ですわみたいなお姫様特性はいかがなものでしょうか。時代錯誤では。お姫様特性とか関係ない。なんで司は覚えてるのに私は覚えてないとかあるの。あるかもしれませんよ。ダメだよユキ。私たちはお隣さんで
This is terrible.
ずっと一緒だからユキがお姉ちゃんのこと忘れるわけない
I will
じ
play
ゃん。そうですか。もうそんなになりますか。それでユキ、バイトは？残念ながらバイトは大人の事情で休業です。大人の事情で休業ってんなわけないでしょ。ああ、もう司、これ以上話すとバカが映るから行くわよ。そんなバカが映るとかお姉ちゃん。なるほどね。確かに司のバカさが映ぎゅっ司のことを悪く言うと殴るわよ。お姉ちゃん。もう殴られています。バレエに先手ありよ。バレエ関係ないし、つうかあんたそんなもん習ってないでしょ。
I have.
ってそんなことまで
Not
して
since I was a
名
little
前は
kid,
覚えて
though.
ないわけなの。そんで若月姉妹どもは何をやってるの。どうもって何よ。私たちは部活の帰り、あなたとは違うの。じゃあね。鏡は相変わらず
Kagami! I knew it! No, 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 no. Okay, so wait. Lucky Star Anime Sisters. Tsukasa and Kagami. There's no way that's not from this. Tsukasa and Kagami. Ha ha
名
ha.
前わかってるくせにそうやって意地悪。
I don't know why I'm so excited about that, but whatever.
そう？
That's fine.
私ってツンデレだからさ。
Imagine telling someone you're a tsundere. Wait, have I done that before? I might have. Never
人
mind.
に意地悪する口実がツンデレとは言わないんだよ。そうなん？
This hair clip makes her look like she's got elf ears. Like the...
多分そうだよ。でも鏡はいつでも怒ってるね。
Kagami's the tsundere, isn't she?
そんなことないよ。いつも怒ってるじゃん。
Sounds like a you problem, Yuki.
違うよ。ユキが怒らせてるんだって。私は怒らせるようなことなんて言ってないぞ。
I can't tell if she's like serious or just...
ユキ、それ本当なら無邪気な邪気って言葉覚えた方がいいかな。知ってるよ。司のことでしょ。自虐だな。ユキ、あのね、司。私の足潰れちゃうよ。そんな踏みつけたら。あ、ごめん。気がつかなかったよ。
Didn't notice my ass. They're definitely sisters, even if their personalities are polar opposites.
なんかひどいこと考えてない？ユキ。そんなことないよ。でもね。
Wow, what a terrible role model.
目標？だからもう少しユキもお姉ちゃんに優しくしてあげるといいと思うけどな。
I'm gonna play this for like an hour, and then I'm gonna be streaming something for my Discord server to
優
watch.
しくね。
I knew full well what Tsukasa was trying to say, but honestly,
ほら司もう帰るわよ。わかったよ。じゃあゆき
Tsukasa ran after Kagami, trying to catch up to her. The sight of Tsukasa chasing after someone like that, for some reason it felt nostalgic. Why is that?
昔からああやって司は鏡を追いかけてたからだろうな。
To be honest, I couldn't remember that ever happening, and yet it felt so nostalgic.
さてと今日は杉宮組んだりまで来てお気に入りのバンドの新譜を買いに来たんだっけな。
What is with this, like, dialogue? I made my way toward the residential district, leaving behind the hustle and bustle of the station square. What we call specialty stores are generally located in places outside the main shopping district. I made the trip to Suginomiya just to visit one of those specialty stores that sells CDs. However,
あれなんか道間違えたっけ？
I'm not sure what happened, but somehow I ended up walking through a place I wasn't familiar with. Huh? I thought I knew the way pretty well.
CD やってこっちだったよな。なんか知らない場所だぞ。
Maybe I went down the wrong alley?
なんだ？
I think I heard a scream just now. Is that what I just heard? All of a sudden, something fell on my head from above. I felt something like gravel in my hair when I reached up and touched it.
砂利？上から？
Bird poop? I looked up and saw something on the roof of the apartment complex.
人影？
What is that? What are they doing up there?
人が揉み合ってる。つうかあれフェンス乗り越えてないか？
They were about to fall. They were on the wrong side of the fence, struggling and fighting on the precipice. Precipice? Precipice? Precipice.
なんだそれ？
I'm like getting distracted by the wrong thing. I had no idea what was going on. The setting sun obscured their features, but I thought I saw my school's uniform. I ran inside the apartment building. I had no idea what they were doing, but I had to stop them. I smashed the button, but there was no sign of the elevator.
何やってるの？もう。
That's kind of, interesting. Were there stairs outside? I hurried back out, and what I saw was hard to believe. A rabbit? One of the silhouettes that had been struggling on the roof now danced through the air, falling. Someone was falling from the roof. My mind was completely blank as I ran. Wait, what exactly was I trying to do? Am I gonna catch them? Catch a person falling from so high? No, that's definitely impossible. I mean, it's not impossible, but you'll just both die instead of just one of them. But I'm pretty strong. No, that has nothing to do with it. I'd definitely die too if I tried to catch them. Yeah. Did you know people have died from like I think a dog fell from the sky and landed on someone and killed them? I think that's what happened. It was in like South America maybe, or maybe Mexico. I don't know. I think it was from somewhere south of the States. So Mexico or South America? Maybe. Or maybe I'm like just mixing up like 5 different stories with each other. But yeah, poodles falling from the sky, something like that. Cold logic stopped every one of my rationalizations in its track. Why was I analyzing this so much anyway? Actually, for some reason it felt like that person who I thought was plummeting to their death was actually falling rather slowly. That was probably from the rush of adrenaline that people get in life or death situations. Is there a light at the end of the tunnel? It sounded like something had been crushed. A sound louder than if a tornado had just ripped the roof off someone's house reverberated through the air. That's pretty loud. I heard a sound so loud that it convinced me the concrete under my feet surely must have cracked in two. Or so I thought. No, I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. That's not the sound you just described. Boing. Something crashed into my head with a boing. Afterward, it slid off and fell gently to the ground. What just happened? What's with the boing? I picked up the fallen object.
ぬいぐるみ。
What's with this guy? Don't look at me like that. You're just a doll. Is it doing that tsundere routine? It's not like I was looking for you. I was just passing through, that's all. That sort of thing. If so, this would be my
こっ
response.
ちはあんたのために死ぬ気で走ったんだ。少しは感謝しろ。
I looked back up and blink. Even though it didn't hurt, I couldn't help screaming when something hit my face.
今度は何？
I picked up the thing that fell on my face.
感じ悪いな。
I rushed over here to save them, prepared to die. Yet these dolls just looked at me blankly like they were saying, I just felt like falling. Got a problem with that?
なんだこれ。なんでぬいぐるみが空から落ちてくるんだ？
There aren't many reasons for it to start raining stuffed dolls. Maybe some girl with a levitation stone? Though if it was Limchant, well, nowadays it'd be more like Honey Hunt. No, that's pretty old too. Nowadays it would be that Sora Uto series, right? No, that'll be outdated soon too. Then how should I describe it?
いや、これは論点がずれとるな。
I looked up again.
あれだ。
There was a black silhouette moving around on the edge of the building's roof.
何をやってるんだろう。
As the black silhouette looked down from the roof, it noticed me and flinched in surprise.
いたずらなのかな。
For the time being, I held the stuffed dolls over my head as if to say, You dropped these! The silhouette kept staring down at me. Then the figure appeared to take a step forward. Without thinking, For some reason, I yelled and waved her back. My yelling stopped, and an awkward silence reigned. It was as if the world stood still for a moment. The silhouette slipped out of sight back onto the roof.
自殺じゃなかったのか。
I was a little shocked. For a second, I really thought that someone jumped off the building. Man, what a pain in the ass. I went up the stairs to give her the stuffed dolls back. I also wanted to give her an earful while I was at it. Framed by the evening sunlight, her silhouette was truly beautiful. Her long hair slowly swayed in the gentle breeze. No! I accidentally clicked.
あ、いや、謝るぐらいならこんなになんか。
Blowing over the rooftop, she looked as if she had lost any connection to our earthly plane. I'm sorry. I was going to complain, but the first thing out of her mouth was an apology. She killed my momentum from the get-go. I was really going to let her have it, too.
いたずら？
It seemed like she disagreed with my choice of words.
あれ？いたずらでやったことじゃないの？はい。でも巻き込んでしまったみたいですね。巻き込んだ？
Makikonda.
水上ゆきさんですよね。あ、うん。やっぱり北高の生徒なんだ。
This is definitely the that Kita High uniform she was wearing.
あなたは？高島ザクロです。隣のクラス？
Come to think of it, there might have been a girl like that. As a general rule, I don't even remember the names of the girls in my own class, let alone the class next to mine. Same.
覚えてないんですか？あはは、申し訳ない。まあ、そうなんでしょうね。なんとなくそれが分かった。あ、いいえ。
No!
ごめんなさい。
Or something like that. What's up with her? Is she the so-called mysterious girl type? I gotta keep my hand off the mouse, I keep clicking. You got that right.
させてしまったみたいですね。
For the moment, I just held out the 2 dolls I'd picked up.
ジュリー、されなかったんですね。ジュリー？受け取ってもらえるって思ったんですけど、どうやら無理だったみたいです。しかも水上さんまで巻き込んで、ひどい話です。
Now, to tell you the truth, the outcome was fine. Your explanation, on the other hand, was horrible, if you want my honest impression.
何これ？いたずらじゃないんだったら何かのまじない？
She was talking about things like acceptance, so maybe it was a fairy tale or something? Maybe there was a story that if you drop a stuffed animal off a building in the evening, your wish will be granted.
まじない？そうですね。その通りです。そうなんだ。 恋のおまじないみたいな感じかな。
For some reason, her face reddened. Well, yeah, you just brought up love out of nowhere. Why did she blush?
水上さんはどうしてあの時手を広げたんですか？え？私が屋上から下を覗いていた時広げてましたよね。
あ、いやそれは別にぬいぐるみ探してるのかなとは思ったのと、あとさ、なんだか飛び降りそうな気がして少し怖かったからさ。
飛び降りる？
いや、まあなんて言うのかね、たまたまなんだけど、高島さんのシルエット風に吹かれたらそのまま飛ばされちゃいそうなくらい危うく見えたから。
だから落ちてきちゃダメだって
まあそうかな。もう本能的にね。
本能ですか？
Okay.
ごめんなさい。なんだか私肺から空
Oh
気が
god, you don't even know what laughing is?
肺から空気ね。まあ一般的に笑ってるって言うけどね。
そうですね。私なんだかとっても笑えてしまって。
There were tears coming out of the corners of her eyes, as if she thought it was funny that someone would instinctively try to save her.
そうだ。
どうしたの？
いいえ、少しメールを。
メール？
はい、記念メールです。
Cute.
記念メール。誰に出すの？
そうですね。なんだか158人のメールアドレスがあるので、
That's a lot more
そ
than
の
I
す
have.
べてに送ります。
どんな？
いいえ、これは見てはダメですよ。結構引いちゃいますから。
引く？
ちょっとですね。私、最初で最後のいたずらをしてやろうかと。
最初で最後の。
はい、最初で最後です。こういういたずらがあってもいいかな。
はあ。
What kind of night? Zakura's smile looked kind of scary when she said that. She looked a bit ghastly. She reminded me of a witch laying a curse.
2012年7月12日22時
That's pretty late.
こっちだとまだ夕日なのに。
What the?
And if you are not good directly see at it, I put you through into looking glass house. How would you like that? Now, if you only adding kitty and not talk so much, I'll tell you all my ideas about looking glass house.
The fuck? Down the rabbit hole, July 13th. I heard the sound of the door leading up from Building A as it opened. When I looked over, I saw a girl walking toward me. It was the girl I met yesterday, Takashima Zakuro-san, wasn't it?
こんにちは。
どうも。
お隣にお邪魔してもよろしいでしょうか？
別にどうぞ。
It's not like it was my rooftop. She didn't really need to ask permission. Granted, it would have been a little weird if she'd just sat down beside me without saying anything.
それでは失礼します。
Takashima-san smoothed her skirt with one hand as she slowly sat down next to me.
よくこんな場所知ってるね。
どういうことでしょうか？
いやね。この場所ってみんな気がつかないんだよね。だから
それはですね、教室の窓から空を見ていたら、
I'm trying not to drink coffee so late tonight. Because I think it made my sleep not so great. But now I'm yawning.
お商売に預かろうかと。
ご商売？何それ？私何も食ってないけど。
空のですよ。こ こんないい天気の日に独り占めは良くないと思います。
空の
はい。
申しましょうか。というかそんなもんないでしょう。空は誰のものでもないさ。
空は誰のものでもないですか？
はい。
そんな不思議そうに言われても困るけど、でもこんなもん誰かのものであるわけないし、まあ領空侵犯とかの話なら別かもしれないけど。
At some point, I'm gonna get around to playing Idol Magical Girl Churu Churu Michiru.
そうですね。水上さんがそう言うならそうなのかもしれません。
いや、私の発言とかあんま関係ないし。
それより水上さんは何か読まれていたみたいですけど。
Takashima-san looked at the book I was holding.
うん、こんなんだけど。
I showed her the front cover.
その表紙はシラノ・ド・ベルジュラックですか？
Bergerac.
それなら仕方ありませんね。
仕方ないって何が？
せっかくこんな素敵な空なのに、どうして本などお読みなのかと思ったのですが、シラノでしたらうなずけます。
I don't. Takashima-san looked up at the sky. Her lips moved only faintly as she spoke.
僕たちはただ名ばかりでシャボン玉のように膨らんでしまった。そんな空想の恋人に恋焦がれている。さあ君、飛びたまえ、この空想を。僕は恋の嘆きとか書き散らかしたけど、さあ飛びたまえ。実はないだけ雄弁だと。さあ飛びたまえ。
That was a passage from the book I was reading. Shirano de Beruja. Yeah, I already forgot how she pronounced it. Cyrano de Bergerac. The real one was a Frenchman. He was said to be a master fencer, writer, philosopher, and scientist. What I was reading was the play that Edmund Rostand wrote based on the real Cyrano's life. Cyrano de Bergerac. Whatever. But I never imagined that someone at the school would be able to recite Cyrano from memory.
彼は月世界をいつも夢見ていましたよね。
She spoke of him as if he were a close friend.
その戯曲では彼は最後に月世界へと旅立ちましたが、どうして月世界での暮らしのことは書いてないのでしょうね。
Well, did he come back?
月世界は
Because if he didn't,
彼にとって
It'd be hard to write
素晴
about
ら
it.
しい世界ではなかったのでしょうか。
さあ、私はシラノじゃないからわからないな。
that was probably from the 5th or 6th act. Why? I shall soon reach the moon. Tonight, alone, with no projectile's aid. I tell you, it is there that they send me for my paradise. She was quoting the last scene in Cyrano de Bergerac.
なんだったらこれ読んでみたら？
I held a book out to her.
あれ、これって作者がシラノ・ド・ベルジュアック。
実在していた方のシラノが書いた月の旅行の話が入ってるよ。
書いてたんだ、本当に。
In the play, he was never shown to write any stories. But in reality, Cyrano wrote some of the first sci-fi novels. You can find these today in the books The Other World, The States, and Empires of the Moon, and The States and Empires of the Sun. In that sense, it was pretty cool that Rostand wrote about Cyrano taking a trip to the moon at the end of the play.
ありがとうございます。また本を貸してくださるなんて。
また？
いいえ、なんでもありません。もう授業終わったんだ。
じゃ
She stood up, gave a polite bow, and left. She'd said I lent her another one. Why would she say another one when this was the first time I'd lent her a book?
あの娘はよくわからんな。
Maybe she really was the so-called mysterious girl type. Apparently, I was none too good at dealing with them. As soon as she left, 2 other students came up onto the rooftop.
およ、あれは若月姉妹？誰よ、あれ。あれ？あれは高島さん。なんか空が綺麗だからって屋上に来たみたい。
へえ、空が綺麗だったからね。
うん。なんかさ、この前も夕方のマンションの屋上にいたから空が好きなのかもね。
へえ、幼馴染である私の名前は忘れることはあっても、彼女のことはよーく覚えてるのね。
She's mad.
お姉ちゃん、そう言わずに。でもユキがちゃんと人のこと覚えてるなんて珍しいかも。
I mean, she literally just was here. I'm not that. My memory's not that short,
それを
is
言
it?
うなら2人が屋上に来るのも珍しいじゃん。どうかしたん？
お姉ちゃんがユキに用事があって、私はその付き添いって感じかな。
はあ、鏡が私に用ね。んで、わざわざここまで来てくれたんだ。んで？はい。
何そのじとめは。
いや、ちと警戒オーバーね。
ほう、警戒ね。なぜ私は登場早々あんたに警戒されなきゃならないのかしら。だって
鏡が用事ってだいたい私にとっては不用事なんだもん。
あ、そう、わかったわ。帰るわよ、つかさ。あ、お姉ちゃん。
Chan. Did she just say Chan?
ユキ、
はい？
謝りなさい。今のはユキが全面的に悪いよ。
This time I really don't know what's wrong.
なんで？
なんでも。
はい。ごめんなさい。
私じゃなくてお姉ちゃんにだよ。
Sorry, cat.
でも、鏡が用事があるっていう時って、だいたい私が怒られる時なんだもん。
そりゃあんたが怒られるようなことばかりするからでしょ。
うわ、聞こえてた。そんな遠くなのに？
なんで二人はそうなのかな。
Their heads are like so weirdly proportioned. It's really bothering me.
そいつが最低だからよ。
鏡がそうやってすぐ怒るからだよ。
ああ、もう二人とも喧嘩とかダメ、禁止。もう。
Whoa. Tsukasa dragged Kagami back.
はい、まずユキがお姉ちゃんに謝る。じゃない。はい、謝る。
でもなんで？
でもなんで？
ユキ、
はい。ごめん。
もっとちゃんと心を込めてだよ。
Man, Tsukasa sure could be scary. She's usually so calm and polite. I wonder why she flips her switch like this sometimes.
鏡、ごめんなさい。いきなり警戒とかして。
そんなのじゃ許す。お姉ちゃん、許す。ユキはちゃんと謝ったんだからダメだよ。お姉ちゃんも謝らない。なんで私が。お姉ちゃん。許す。そんな許し方ないでしょ。ちゃんとだよ。こっちこそすぐ怒ってごめん。こっちこそこれで仲直りだよ。仲直りも何も、私は喧嘩なんかしてないわよ。もうお姉ちゃんは。で
ごめん。ユキにそんないつも怒ってたつもりはなかったけど、そんな怒ってたのかな。
I mean, you've been mad every time I've seen you, but I've only been playing the game for 40 minutes.
いや、そこまでは。
What happened to Kagami? She was always angry about something or other, but for some reason she was pretty honest today. Though she still seemed angry.
で、何の用かな。別にあんたに用なんかないわ。気分転換に屋上に来ただけ、それだけなんだから。もう、
Soon.
お姉ちゃん。ごめん。用事がある。そうなんだ。用事って？改まって聞かれると言い出しにくいことだってある。はあ、じゃない。なんであんたはそうやって落ち着いていられるのよ。いつも。私は鏡がどうしていつも会うたびに怒っていられるのかが不思議なんだけど。また怒ってた？まあわりかし。わかった。何が？やっぱりあんたが悪い。なぜに？そうやってあんたはひょうひょうと人をおちょくった態度取るから私が怒るんでしょ。
I think in this case, it's pretty clear I didn't do anything.
私にとってはあんたの存在が理不尽極まりないわ。
That's kind of a little far.
ひどい批判だ。批判空間だ。と言いますか、もしかしてそれ言うためにここまで来たとかですか？そうよ、それが目的よ。さあ、帰るわよ、つかさ。なわけないでしょ。できるって言ってました。できてない。できてません。ダメ。はい。
Oh, what's this now? Why is Tsukasa acting like the older sister? Wouldn't that be a reversal of their usual roles? Is it that kind of day?
鏡はダメだ。だと痛いです。もうユキもダメ。私もダメだし、当たり前です。もう本当に二人はできる。いや、お姉ちゃんが最後までやるって言った。今さら怖くなったの？怖くなんてないわよ。
What am I even watching? What is this conversation?
じゃあ、私屋上の外で待って。
I'm abandoning you. Bye bye. Tsukasa waved and went back inside.
司行っちゃったけど、いいの？司。
Wait, why was Kagami all nervous? She planning on asking me out or something? Kagami wasn't saying a word. She was just staring at me. Just staring at me very intently. Is there something on my face?
仕方ないわよ。一人で平気って言ったのは。
Huh.
あのね、ユキ。
Hi.
はい。
Kagami was still glaring at me. Is she angry or something? She must be angry. I mean, her face just got all red. I'd never seen this kind of expression before. What? Why? I had no idea why, but something was up with her today. And Tsukasa was acting a bit strange too. Actually, she had her hands behind her back this whole time. Is she holding something? She was awkwardly hiding something behind her back. What is she holding? Wait, why did Tsukasa leave?
私だって信じたいけど、お姉ちゃん本当にできるの？
Am I about to get murdered?
できるわよ。お姉ちゃんが最後までやるって言ったんだよ。
Wait, hold on. Go through with what? Go through with it. Go through with it. Oh, and not only that.
今さら怖くなったの？
I mean, I really think that it's a confession, but I'm clearly meant to think it's stabbing or something.
じゃあ私屋上の外で待ってるから、すべてが終わったら呼んでね。じゃあね、ユキ。
Finish the job? What job? In other words, do it. Do her in. In other words,
お姉ちゃんが最後までやるって言ったんだよ。じゃあね、ユキ。永遠的な意味で。
no way! Was she really trying to kill me? Why? So what Kagami had been holding behind her back was certainly a weapon?
まずは感謝しなさいよ。
Kansha shinasayo. For some reason, she looked down. Maybe she didn't want me to see the intent in her eyes.
その鏡、その結構手間だったんだからね。いろいろと準備してみんなにわからないように。みんなにわからないように。
Wait, did she mean it would be a perfect crime?
何を私に。それは後でわかるわよ。とにかくまずは感謝しなさいよ。あんたのために私がしてあげること。
Huh? Gratitude? Why the hell would I be grateful about someone trying to murder me?
そんなに怒ってたの鏡。なんでそうなるのよ。私は怒ってないわよ。冷静よ。すっごく冷静。
Calmly executing the perfect crime?
鏡さん、早まらないでください。
I feel like I'm playing a crazy person.
いや、私を殺すのは。
Eh?
殺す？誰が？
What the hell? I timidly pointed at her.
なんであんたを私が殺さなきゃいけないのよ。痛いです。
Surely her readiness to use violence at every opportunity is what led to this kind of misunderstanding.
殺さないの？当たり前でしょ。ったく、今までだってあんたがサボるたびに先生からプリンター使ったりテスト範囲教えてあげたり取っておいたノート見せてあげたりしてるじゃない。私はいろいろしてあげようとしてるのに。
Oh, right. Once I thought about it, I realized that not even Kagami would be stupid enough to kill me in broad daylight. Wow. Not, I don't believe she would be stupid enough to kill me in broad daylight, but I believe not even she would be. So, wow. I'm sorry, Kagami. Main character son does not think you're very smart. Then what could it be?
だからまずは感謝しなさいよ。ほう、もうありが。
Right as I said that, I suddenly came to a realization. The true nature of what she was hiding. Don't I do stuff like show you my notes? The thing that Kagami was making such a big deal out of giving to me. Maybe a straight-A student like her might think it was something to be thankful for, but it certainly wasn't something I would be grateful for. It was all just notes and handouts she got for me while I was skipping, right?
さ、鏡が後ろに隠してるものって
Hi, Kat.
たくさんあったりしますかね。
Hi. Yeah, there's no room for you on my desk, so why are you on my desk? How's that going for you? Could you stop running into my computer? Thanks.
分厚いの？まあ、分厚いんだ。そんなことは。いや、やめときま。は？だってたくさんあって分厚いんでしょ？それ、そうよ。充実。何？いや、それは鏡さんだけだと思いますよ。
I spun around and headed toward the fence. Could you stop just deciding what she's got and let her give it to you?
待ちたくないです。
I heard Kagami hurrying after me.
待ちなさいって。とりあえず受け取りなさいよ。いりません。そうだ。栄養になるわよ。はあ、そうですか。
I suppose she meant good for my brain.
身につくようにはしたつもりよ。
Nutritious, huh?
試してみる価値はあるんじゃ。
That was weird. Usually Kagami would have already given up by now. I didn't see why she was so desperate just to give me stuff like notes and handouts. Before, she was all, I'll leave it on my desk, so make sure you get it. If you don't, you better know I'll bring it right to your house, and left it at that. Maybe I should just take it to shut her up. That's what I thought anyway, but then... For some reason, Kagami's eyes looked unusually fierce. Crap, she was like a rabbit looking at a carrot. It was like she would dig in and try to make a meal out of me if I got too close. Right after I accepted it, she'd go and misunderstand what it meant. I intended to study, and then... Or that it meant I intended to study, and then force me to go to a study group after class, and then before class, and again after class. That would be the endless hell, repeating over and over. Oh no, I was careless there for a minute. I couldn't let myself get caught in a hell like that.
鏡さん
For now, I needed to decline her invitation to hell in a polite and courteous manner.
何昔の人は言いました。食欲なき食事は毒であるように、意欲なき勉学は身につかないと。ユッキー。はい？いや、だから身につかない
Well, I was kind of hungry.
そっか。ちょっと。いや、だからこれお腹。ならどうして受け取らないの？だからそれは私にとっては身につかない。毒？お腹減ってるくせに私のこれは。はい。
It seemed weird that she said something about me being hungry, but she must have been influenced by my previous statement. Kagami threw her hidden object at my face.
っていうか、こんなの作るのに早起きするんじゃなかった。私のバカ。
She ran to leave the rooftop.
お姉ちゃん、ちょっとどこ行くの？
Tsukasa stopped waiting by the door and ran down the stairs after Kagami.
だからいらないと言っておろうに。
I picked up the object wrapped in a cloth.
関係なしに置いていくんじゃないですか。
A cloth? It wasn't big enough to be a notebook, though it was pretty heavy.
なんだろう。このずっしりとした重量とありがたみを感じる大
Why am I playing as like
まさか
the dumbest girl ever? I had a bad feeling, yet I opened it and
そっか。最近のノートってお弁当箱の形してるんだ。
oops, I fled from reality there for a second. I opened the lid.
具だくさんで内容充実。栄養になる。なるほど。でもさ、あの鏡さんなんですよ。今までノートとかプリントとかそういうのはあっても、なんでお弁当？いや、
I hope you understand that you're definitely in the wrong
どう
here.
してお弁当なのか未だにわからないもん。
From what I knew of her, she'd always been all quit skipping and study more and get your shit together. She was always overly serious and would randomly kick and punch me over stuff like that. So why would she give me a lunchbox?
まさかこれはお弁当の形をした暴力なのか？
Okay, nope, main character is just crazy and dumb. I put my ear up to it to listen carefully, but
タイマーの音は
why would she give you a bomb?
爆発することはなさそう。どうしてかはわからないけど、鏡がお弁当を作ってきてくれたんだ。私の分だって言ってたもんね。
Her eyes flared up just over whether or not I'd accept it. I could tell from the look in her eyes and the contents in the lunchbox just how much effort she'd put into making this. Though it was in disarray after she threw it at me.
まずったな。これはさすがに謝らなきゃダメだな。
Well, I'm glad you realized that, at least. I didn't have the slightest clue as to why she'd make me a lunch out of nowhere. We'd been friends for as long as I can remember, but I couldn't recall her ever doing this. I don't think she ever did that before. What a turn of events. I went to apologize to her as I thought about it. She was in a bad mood throughout, but I somehow got her to forgive me. Did she really forgive me? I think she did, at least.
もういいから。
That was apparently the verdict. That meant she forgave me, right? I guess not. Sorry. As I was hanging around in front of the station, I spotted a familiar face. I'd sure been running into her a lot today. Today? Lately? One of the two. Though it looked like she hadn't noticed me yet. Usually I'd just ignore her and go back to doing my thing, but...
この前のマンションに入っていく。
Okay, maybe she lives there? Takashima-san vanished inside the apartment building where I saw her before. The place she was going had to be.
もしかして高島さんってあのマンションに住んでるのかな？
That would be the normal assumption. I had a lot of time to kill, so I succumbed to my curiosity and followed her. The elevator started moving as soon as I set foot inside the apartment complex. The blinking numbers above it indicated that she was heading for the rooftop.
屋上ってことはやっぱりここに住んでるってわけじゃないのかな？
When the elevator came back down, I headed in and pressed the button to take me to the rooftop. This is where she was hanging out the other day. There she was, standing in that spot as if it were the most natural thing in the world.
やっぱりここにいたんだ。こんなところで何してるの？
水上さん、こんばんは。
あ、こんばんは。
水上さんこそどうしてこのような場所に？
Stalking.
いや、昨日の今日じゃない？そりゃ高島さんの姿を見かけたからなんとなく気になって追ってくるでしょ。
気になりましたか？
まあ迷惑だったらごめん。邪魔なら。
そんなことありません。よろしければそのままで。
そう？
The same stuffed doll I'd seen yesterday was lying by her feet.
また落とすつもりだったの？
はい。
そのぬいぐるみ嫌いとか？
いいえ、むしろ好きです。とても大切です。
それなのに落とすの？
はい。そうしないといけないので。
You could explain that.
いけない？何それ？
After giving a half-hearted reply, she looked upward.
しなきゃいけない理由って何？
空ですか？
That means that doesn't answer anything.
空？
Indeed, the sky was spread wide before her. It wasn't like there were people up there, and there didn't seem to be any birds either. Up there in the sky were only the stars and the darkness of the night. Takashima-san nodded yes to my question.
空がなんでそうしなきゃいけない理由になるの？
空の場所探し。そんな感じです。
It doesn't really make any sense whatsoever.
空の場所探し？
はい。水上さんはどう思います？
何を？
空の始まりと終わり。
No such
空
thing?
の始まりと。
はい。
いや、そんなのないんじゃないの？どっから始めてもいいし、終わらせても。
そうですね。それでも終わりと始まりを探さなければいけないと。
それでも終わり。
そう。終わった場所から
もしかしてあれかな？高島さんはその空の終わりだか始まりだかの場所を探しているってことなのかな？
はい。
あのさ、それって高島さんあれなんだよね。
何ですか？
なんか壺とか売ったりするやつ。教祖様の力が入った水だとか売ったり。
違います。どこの宗教法人にも入ってません。
そうなの？じゃあ文学的な比喩？
比喩でもありません。
だったら
空気力学です。
Okay. What? Was she, like, researching aerodynamics by dropping these dolls? What could you figure out by dropping dolls off a building? Nothing, right?
ここから流れる街はたくさんの言葉で溢れています。
はあ、まあいろいろな人がいるからね。
でもこの空には言葉が溢れていません。
言葉がない。
I couldn't tell if it was some kind of metaphor or if she was serious.
この世界には一人の少女がいます。
Cat. There's no room for you there. What are you gonna do?
はあ、
No, get off my
一人の
keyboard.
少女？
はい。この世界には一人の少女。いいえ。この世界そのものである少女がいます。
世界そのものの少女？
Eh?
この少女は一人だけ。なぜならば世界そのものであるから。
もっと重要なことは？
その少女はここにいてはいけ。
それおかしくない？ 世界そのものの少女なのにここにいてはいけないって、世界そのものがこの世界にいてはいけないって意味わからないし。
わかりませんか？世界そのものである少女は本来ならばこの世界にいるべきじゃなかった。
That doesn't make any more sense.
ただ
So she
それだけ
whispered
の
as she
ことです。
gazed at the stars.
夏に輝く大三角、その一部は天の川すら飲み込む。
さっきの話は？
無限な線は三角形であること、
何？
Nani?
ご存知ではありませんか？
No, actually, I did know that. I'd heard about it. Well, read about it. I was pretty sure the title of the book was Of Learned Ignorance, and the author was
ニコラウス・クザーヌス。
Kuzanas.
そうそう、神学者だ。よくそんなこと知ってるね。マニアックな。
反省的なものの範囲を超えることのない想像力は線と三角形との比例関係に立たず、また量的に区別されるから、線は三角。
近代哲学を準備したと言われる神学者の本だね。この三角形は円であり球である。つまり三角は三位一体説を三角形という図形を使って。
やっぱりこじつけって感じがしますか？
え？
各種証明の仕方と神の証明には一切の関連がない。
Fair.
ってなんで私がそう考えてるとかなるの？
違いますか？
She wasn't wrong. I remember thinking that as I read his book, but how did she? I mean, isn't that the normal thing to think? I was thinking that.
なんでそんなマニアックなことを知っているのかって疑問以上に、なんで私が考えてることがわかるようなふりをするのかな。
ふり？
まあ常識から考えて、だって他人の心なんてわかるわけないでしょ。
他人の心はわからない。そうですか？
いや、なんつうか他人の記憶を共有することなんてできないでしょ。
いいえ、
なんで？
世界そのものの少女ですから。
Or just what is she saying? Maybe she really is one of those unstable people, claiming to be the world itself. Is she talking about the anime Suzumiya something or other? The disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya?
世界そのものの少女はそこにいるべきではない。
参考程度にお聞きしますが、誰が空で待っているのですか？
守るべきもの、守らなければ
Nope,
ならない
that
と
doesn't
誓った
sound like
少女
Haruhi to me.
世界そのものの少女は空の少女のもとに帰らなければならない。
Honestly, it sounds more like Madoka at this point.
その世界そのものの少女って空の少女探してるの？
はい、
もしかしてぬいぐるみを落としてた理由って？
はい。
Takashima-san approached the fence carrying 2 stuffed dolls. She held the dolls out toward the sky.
この世界そのものである少女はここにいる。だから答えて。
The girl who sprouts
花
wings.
咲く少女よ。
Is she like an angel or something? Pretty sure there's an anime like that. Or was it a game? There's a girl who sprouts wings. She's waiting in the air. Well, I don't know a whole lot about anime. False.
空に輝く無限なる三角よ。銀河を飲み込む大いなる無限よ。少女の言葉を。
As she murmured that, she threw the dolls. The doll hovered in the air for just the slightest moment, then descended and fell to the ground. Of course.
落ちてしまいました。
この前やってたこと？
いいえ、似てますが違います。
For some reason, she looked a little sad as she said that. She picked up the next doll and held it out to the sky.
三つの星、三つの魂よ。三角形は円であり球である。そしてそれは無限の線である。無限の線とは絶対者。一にして善、善にして一。その魂を導きたまえ。
The next doll floated and then fell straight down.
一応物理とかで
You've heard
習
of
ったよね。
physics,
世界
right?
には重力というのがあってね。
空気力学のパイオニア。小さなエッフェルはその塔の下に立つ。
何それ。
空気力学の
空気力学って。
違いますよ。空気力学はもっと精神的な力学です。
あは精神的な力学。
Eh? Since when? She was definitely talking about some occult stuff, right? She headed downstairs to go fetch the dolls. I hesitated for a second to go along with her, but my curiosity won out, and I ended up following her. Takashima-san was brushing the dirt off the
あ
dolls.
のさ、質問いいかな。
はい。
世界そのものの少女がこの世界から消えたら、この世界はどうなるの？
この世界は生まれ変わります。
そうなんだ。
Her explanation just kept getting more and more suspicious.
もしかしてこの世界が正しくないから正しい姿に戻すために高島さんは日夜ぬいぐるみを落下させてるの？
なんでそんな風に
あ、いや、世の中には信仰の自由っていうのもあるし、高島さんがそう思うのはそれで別に構わないんだけど。
だけど、どうしましたか？
あんまりフェンス乗り越えてぬいぐるみ落とすとかやめた方がいいよ。まず危ないし、あと近所の人も不審があるし。
Sorry.
そうですね。ただ、もしそのようなことが起きたなら、それは世界が決めた運命です。
Arg. Damn, the only thing I got from that mess was the fact that I had no idea what the hell she was saying.
あのさ、世界
Same.
に不正がはびこってて許せないっていうのはわかるし、そんな世の中を変えたいっていうのもわかるんだけどさ。
何ですか？
あ、いや、世の中が悪いからそれを変えるためにやってるのかな。
いいえ。悪いとか悪くないとかの問題ではなく、そうしなければならないから。
She was clearly a full-blown religious nut.
んで、世界少女を空の少女に戻すためにはどんな条件が必要なの？
世界少女。
どうしたの？
いや、
Sekai
なん
shoujo.
か
What the hell?
かっこいい。夏の大三角が見える時刻。
夏の大三角って今は7月だから。
今日は13日ですから。日が暮れる。
それで時刻は？
わかりません。だから
そうなら星が
そうです。
ところで、どうしてこのマンションの屋上なの？
There were plenty of other tall buildings.
単にこのマンションは簡単に屋上に入れるのと、は
なるほどね。じゃあ入れ。
い。星がよく見えれば、
そう。あと、
人を模したものなら何でも。
まあそれはそうだね。柔らかい素材じゃなきゃいけないからぬいぐるみなんだ。
Grr, why am I sneezing? The clearer the view of the sky, the easier it was to spot the summer triangle.
そういえばそろそろ夏休みだね。
Ah, stop sneezing.
まだ1週間ぐらいありますけど。
少し早い夏休みの宿題みたいだね。
I wonder why I felt like that. Usually I'd want to get away from such a crazy person as quickly as possible. And yet my mouth seemed compelled to respond.
なんか私も一緒に探すよ。その世界少女。
ありがとうございます。
Takashima-san bowed deeply. She didn't need to be so thankful, was what I thought. But I was still a little unsure why I'd blurted that out in the first place. But spending a summer night with her, gazing at the stars, looking for the world girl and the girl of the sky she talked about, actually seemed kind of fun. Despite knowing full well nothing like that existed, I couldn't help but think it might be fun. Then we headed home. For some reason, Takashima-san and I never parted ways. She followed behind me silently. Maybe she was following me to make sure I didn't tell anyone about what happened earlier? Though it wasn't the easiest topic to bring up in conversation.
あのさ、高し、私誰かに、いや、だから。
そのことでしたら、
Well, at least
別
she
に話
knows.
していただいても構いませんよ。
At least she was aware that what she'd said was weird. But I wondered why she told me.
なんで私には話したの？
世界である少女が望むことは全て叶います。
Whoa. What a
だから
weirdo.
私が水上さんにこのお話をするのは
We were still talking when we reached my house. For some reason, Sakura just stood in front of my house. Maybe she was hoping I would invite her in?
とりあえず寄ってく？
お願いします。
飲み物お茶でいいかな？
すみません。ありがとうございます。
I fetched the plastic bottle with tea from the fridge and poured it into 2 nearby cups.
はい、どうぞ。いい。
The two of us sat down and started having tea. And
というか、
私のことです。
いや、あなた以外。
それなら問題ありません。この世界に私の両親はいません。
in this world? That means
なんかまずいこと言っちゃったかな。
あ、いいえ、
両親とも。
事故ではないのですが、今は両親には会えません。はい。田舎に帰っているので。
huh?
そんな理由か。
I had misunderstood her because she said in this world. In her case, it was actually more like in the sound. She really was a weird girl.
どっちにしても帰らなきゃ問題はあるでしょう。
She took a deep breath and stared at me with a serious look on her face.
ご迷惑なのは百も承知なのですが、どうか
はい。
もちろん極つぶしになるつもりはありません。
ご奉仕？
どうぞこれからは家政婦、ハウスキーパー、
Where did this come from? This is so
お好き
random.
な故障で
But
私をお呼びくださいませ。
but I need to get going. So I will work on figuring out what the heck is going on here tomorrow. So thanks for watching. And I have no idea what's going on with this game, but I will find out tomorrow. So have a good night. Bye bye.